is Desert Diaries. Hello, Arizona calling. And apologies if you can hear some strange rumbling in the background, because right now there are 5 strange men standing at the bottom of my swimming pool with pneumatic drills. Yeah, we're having the swimming pool resurfaced. This is a whole other experience I will go into another time, because it's not something I've ever been through before. But it does mean our neighbours now officially hate us. Really sorry for the noise. There you go. Anyway, short but sweet this week, because happy birthday to me. Well, not just me, in fact, because you may or may not be aware that my youngest, the now not so small 10-year-old, actually shares, or is rather stolen, my birthday. So someone tends to remember around 3 o'clock that it's actually my day as well. And by then I've had wine because it's my birthday. So all's well, essentially. This week's marked the start of 2 very important seasons here in Phoenix. The Mister season and the Swarm season. Now, the first is terrific. I'm sure I've mentioned them before, but Misters are these contraptions that most bars and restaurants with an outside patio, like a beer garden, as we might say in England, or a terrace, they have these contraptions to make it even possible to eat outside after the middle of May. They're kind of long hoses or pipes that sometimes are wrapped around outdoor fans, and they have teeny little nozzles in them that spray out a fine mist of water at intervals of about 20 centimetres. I mean, not so much water that you get wet, but enough to cool you down. Up to 30 degrees Fahrenheit, as they use here, or about 13 degrees in new money, which means that when it's 110 or 43 outside, you can actually pop out for your tea and not get fried. I am trying to find a home version that isn't either rubbish, because we did buy a set for about $20 last year that was basically just like a dribbly hose pipe, or really, really super expensive, because they can be so expensive, but they are amazing. Whoever knew I would need a contraption in my house that meant I could sit outside in the summer and stay cool? These are still words that my brain can't quite process. But the latter season that it also marked the start of this week was Swarm season. Not so much fun. I took the dogs out for a quick walk up the mountain one morning this week, and whilst the entire sky was a flawless bright blue, I noticed what I first thought was a cloud close to the mountain just next to mine, Lookout Mountain. I posted some pics on my Instagram story at Sam Walker Radio. How weird, I thought. One cloud, black, bit patchy, while the rest of the sky is completely clear. Hang on, that cloud appears to be moving in really quite a strange way. Like it's not a cloud. Oh no, hang on. That's loads of bees. Yeah, swarm season is a thing here in Phoenix, one that kind of passed me by last year. Although when I got home and searched up massive cloud of bees in Phoenix, I found out it really is quite a thing. And awfully, some local people had been stung so much a few days ago, they ended up in hospital. Now, I'd seen a few signs around whilst hiking saying, "Caution, bees in the area." And I'd thought, yeah, whatever, that's not news. Of course there are bees in the area. There's flowers in the area. I mean, even cacti, when they bloom, produce beautiful flowers. So, of course, those bees are around. But I didn't realise that in May and June, bees can really be a problem if they're on the move or if you inadvertently stumble into their territory. Say on a hike. Now, I read up some more. This aggressive variety of bee doesn't have to be disturbed or provoked. Even simple noises or vibrations have been known to cause an attack, said one particularly cheery article. This type of bee has been known to chase a person for up to a quarter of a mile. A quarter of a mile? I didn't think that having the ability to outrun bees was something I needed to add to my list of skills required to live in Arizona, but it seems it is. I read on. Another article. Off the top of your head, if you try and list the worst biting pests in Arizona, probably topping the list will be rattlesnakes, scorpions or fire ants. I mean, first of all, stop. I hate to tell you this, author of the article. Being bitten by a scorpion isn't something you really need to worry about. Just saying. I carried on. Killer bees are a big problem here in Arizona. It's important for you to know what to do if you encounter a swarm or get bitten by a bee. I'm not kidding you. I stopped reading at this point. I'm going to hazard a guess that author of this article, if you think bees bite you, the advice you're going to give me, I think, isn't the advice I want to have into my head to recall if I find myself face to face with a swarm. Just saying. But thank you anyway. In other far more mundane news this week, I tried and completely failed to buy some pegs. No, I really do just mean pegs. You know, pegs that you hang washing out with. Just wanted some pegs. I'd got myself a washing line that I did have to search for online, but I wanted a special retractable one because it's so hot outside now that you can literally pop out a sopping wet double duvet at lunchtime. By tea time, it's back on your bed. Or rather back in your airing cupboard, because you're not going to need a duvet here in Phoenix until at least November now. But I'm still amazed how everybody uses tumble dryers when it is so quick and easy, if you've got a garden, of course. Not everyone does have a garden, but if you do, it's so easy to dry stuff outside. I'd kept an eye out in a couple of supermarkets over the last few weeks and just seen nothing. So when I popped to Home Depot, essentially B&Q with an American accent, I went and asked an assistant. Pegs? He said to me, like for a tent? No, washing pegs. Pegs to hang out washing. Hang it? Out? It was literally like I was speaking a different language. Yeah, on a washing line, hang it outside to dry. He was completely flummoxed. He called over his manager. Oh, I know, the other guy said, and he started to fiddle about with his phone. Like this. He showed me a picture. No, they're coat hooks that you put on the back of a door. I then Googled it. Oh, I said, maybe do you know them as clothes pins? I showed him a picture. Oh, you mean hanging clips, he said. Do I? Do I mean hanging clips? Whatever. Yes, okay. Have you got any hanging clips? Oh, no, we don't have those. Brilliant. Anyway, no more washing for me today because I'm soon out for my birthday tea at a place that we really like here in the Valley called The Windsor, which features a wall of old cassette tapes from bands from the 70s, 80s and 90s. What the heck are they? Asked the now 10-year-old when she first saw them. And then tomorrow we are off in the wagon again for another adventure into the desert, this time heading south to a place that has been described as one of the most beautiful corners of Arizona, full of soaring mountains, wildflowers, hiking trails, bighorn sheep, and historic sites. It's called Catalina State Park. Sounds like a right dump, doesn't it? I'll see you in the desert.